Hello, this is Master Hughes. and, I had put out for the last 2 years a lot of information telling people what's really going on with the government. They made it about impossible for me to get information out now. Well, people are contacting me and say, Master Hughes, why don't you put out something about what's actually going on with the warrant and President Trump? And here's part of the warrant right here. I've seen the whole warrant. I put a link to it on my Facebook page for anybody that wants to get it and look at it. And these warrants, to make it short, I know a lot of you don't understand anything about a warrant. You may never even seen one. These warrants are pretty much worthless nowadays. You can just about get one from any crappy judge there is. There's no protection for anybody's rights in the United States anymore. A lot of people don't realize, and what's important about this warrant on Trump's property, it does not list or describe what the warrant is based on. Okay? It says, I find the affidavits or any recorded testimony establish probable cause to search and seize the person or property described above. All right, so they left out the basis of the warrant. It's not here. Of course, we already know pretty much who did this. Here's my point. I've seen a shitload of fake warrants, and it's not fake because the judge didn't sign it. It's fake because a lot of times they lie to get the warrant. It is so easy to get a warrant, judges normally won't question it, especially if it's in a county where the political system and they're all buddies, you can get a warrant. You can get a warrant for anything. These warrants do not mean a damn thing anymore. And they have caused a lot of people to go to jail with bad warrants because nobody's ever punished for bad warrants. And to give you an example, those of you that don't remember Waco, many years ago, Waco Branch Davidians and over 70-something people died at the hands of the federal government when the federal government waged siege on a church. That's right, 70-something people died, and it would later, after years of investigation, be proven that they lied to get the warrant. That's how easy it is to get these warrants. That's how easy it has been for 40 years to get these warrants. These warrants are a joke. There's nobody protecting the rights of citizens anymore. These judges don't do it. These judges just go along with the political party. And so they haven't even included on the warrant for President Trump's property. The information is not included in the warrant that legally justifies the warrant. Now, that doesn't mean that somebody didn't make a statement and everything. It means they don't want you to see it. And even if they're caught lying, nothing's going to be done normally. Nothing's going to be done. So if you get a warrant, somebody goes to your house, and next thing you know, you're doing time in prison, and the warrant was fake, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. We had a case just 2 years ago here in Houston. 2 people killed by drug enforcement of the Houston PD, and they lied to get the warrants. It's still going on. This happens all the time with these. This is how bad law enforcement has gotten in this country. It's okay to lie because they're not going to get punished. Well, a lot of people, like I said, don't understand how bad this is. Just because somebody serves a warrant on somebody's house doesn't mean they're guilty of a thing. And law enforcement officers do commonly lie to get warrants. It's a known fact. Ask the 2 dead people in Houston that died at the hands of a drug team from the Houston PD. Ask the people at Waco that died from siege from the federal government. There's nothing protecting the rights of citizens anymore. This stuff is just worthless. Okay? And there's more going to come out of this. The amazing thing about this is they've never, ever had the guts to do this on somebody who had been president of the United States. They commonly screw people over with warrants that are poor. Poor people, you're done for. You're done for. If they lie to get a warrant in the United States and you're poor, probably nothing will ever happen and you're going to prison even if you're not guilty. Okay. All right. They can always find something. You can go in about half the homes in America and find something that's illegal. Well, you go in there for a warrant and then you just happen to see it. Well, it's what they call plain view. Oh, it was in plain view. So he's being arrested for that, charged for that. So people don't understand how bad law enforcement has gotten in this country and how corrupt it is. And let me state this. I understand there are some good officers. There's some good law enforcement officers in this country. I also understand they're overwhelmed with corruption. And unfortunately, the good officers are not going to expose it. They don't want to lose their jobs. That's what it comes down to, a lack of character. So anyway, all I'm going to state is I have not been putting out information because they have found ways to shut me down. This is one old man that they do not want you to hear, and they do not want you to know the truth in this country. Everything is a lie, and it has been a lie for a long time. And all I can say is this is we're in the final stages of collapse. The government is already in collapse, a stage of collapse. I know this, and other security experts know this. We already know it. And the American people, if they don't stand up, the country's gone. Republicans are out to save themselves right now because if they would try to put President Trump in prison, they'll try to put or will put your Republican senators and congressmen in prison. They'll do it. If they get enough power and control, they will do it. And this is going to be a one-party system from then on. So they're out really trying to save themselves more than they're trying to save America. And I'm just up front. I'll tell you the truth. It's going to take America in the streets and saying no more before this ends. This is Master Hughes. Bye-bye.